So we're joined by Matthew. Matthew, tell us what you do here at E3D.
My job title is warehouseman.
Okay.
But we all here all chip in and do extra work. I also do the department and dispatch where I ship stuff out, help on the line if I need to. I love being here, so I do whatever they need me to do.
And you've been with E3D for a while, right?
3 years now.
3 years? What is one of your favorite memories of Sanjay?
I've got a few, but the one that sticks out the most, he came in one day and he had a bad back. He's like, Matt, can you go to the Tesla, get me my prototype out, please? It's in the footwell. It's very heavy, it's all metal components. And as I started to walk off, he said, one thing, it's all held together by blue tack. So be very, very careful. And I couldn't come through the building because all the doors are locked, so I had to walk from all the way around the back to the front, and that was an absolute mission in itself. But I did it, I got it to him, and he went for that, and he threw me his Tesla key and said, take my car out. But I never did it, I was too nervous.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, no, he was just a larger-than-life character. It inspired me a lot too. That's why I love it so much here, because obviously me having ADHD just like Sanjay is, these guys at E3D are really, they do help. Like, I've had ADHD since I was 5, been diagnosed, and with a split personality disorder. But I've conquered most of my fears whilst I've been in the 3 years I've been in this company, because these guys helped me so much. David and Josh.
That's huge.
Tula, the HR team, the whole company just support me. And I'm open about everything, about mental health, not many people don't know a lot about me, they know everything, but I prefer it that way, because then if I'm quiet, they know something's down. And I'm always the happy-go-lucky. My job is to make everybody happy. And I just love being here. They just allow me to be me, which is, I've never had that at any other company before. And, and Sanjay was, at first, he didn't really speak to me about it at first, but we got to the point where we were both comfortable to talk about it to each other, which is really nice. So yeah. He was an inspiration, because I've never met anybody with ADHD that's taken it to the level that he has in life. Most people I meet are all just stay around the small jobs. But he reached for the stars, and it brings a lot of us through with him. He was just an amazing guy, to be honest. I miss him very much.
Oh, dude, we all miss him. And I guess I got so lucky. I was at a point where I said, I'm gonna ask him if I can talk to him. And a small channel of time. We were maybe 8,000 or 9,000 subscribers, real tiny. And he was just elated to talk to me. And what I didn't know at the time was that was his last interview ever.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so we were the last people to ever interview him. And it was a 3.5 hour, almost 4 hour long, just talk with someone that I felt like I knew my entire life. Yet this is my first time ever really interacting with him. He just had a way of getting to know you without ever having to say anything.
People with ADHD are very good at reading things, and he was very good at reading people. He could change his conversation in the way he speaks to you, because I call it edumacated. He could always speak to me in a term that would let me understand what he meant and what he was explaining. Like with his prototypes, and he used to explain stuff to me, sometimes it just went, but then he noticed that from me, and then he would change it and then start rewording it so that stuff that I understood, which was nice, and which made me more interested in what we do here.
That's a good leader, right? That's a good boss, someone that's gonna meet you where you need to be met and make sure that you're following along. Because no matter where your education level is, being, feeling like you're not being included is a great way to have a high turnover rate.
Absolutely. And he made you feel like you were somebody rather than something. You actually felt like you deserve to be here. Like I said, they've helped me so much with everything. Like it's just, there's just amazing people. He did say one thing to me. He said, it's really nice to be important, Matt, but it's very important to be I always nice to everybody. Ooh. I'm always nice. I treat people how I like to be treated. And that guy taught me that. He said the first time I met him, and I was a bit hypo. I was having a moment, and he was like, just remember, what you have isn't a disability. It gives you a different ability. And from then, we grew. It was great friendship. The one thing that gets me very emotional is we never actually sat down and had a good talk about ADHD. And that was something that we had in the planner to do. And it never happened, but still honoured and absolutely grateful for meeting he's just a legend. Yeah. And he'll always be a legend.
I never got to meet him in person. It's something I was always bummed about. Yeah.
He loved his Monster energies. He was, he didn't go anywhere without a can. And before, in the warehouse, I had a shrine. I've collected every Monster can I possibly could and had it across the top shelf, just so that every time I looked at it, it reminded me of Sanjay. But I got I don't tell no one this. I don't know if people think it's weird. I got Sanjay's head and printed in a bust, and it's in my car. It goes with me everywhere. It's sat on the dash right in the middle. I can't see the clock anymore, but that's not important. The important thing that he's with me
I've
that's
got one in my office.
It's just an inspiration.
Yeah, I've got
if
one in my
I feel a
office.
bit down, I just look at that and, you know, because obviously with his ADHD, he got diagnosed at a late stage in life.
Yeah.
So I was diagnosed from the age of 5, so I don't know any different. But for
Yeah.
him, obviously, having the way he was, to then actually someone putting something down, and this is why you're like this, it must have been overwhelming for the guy.
I know the talk with Sanjay prompted me to bring on an actual therapist to talk live on my podcast about mental health for makers and how the 3D printing industry, for some odd reason, tends to attract ADHD.
It's the tinkering, it's everything. So when I was a kid, I liked taking things apart. Like my mum, we took a phone to the shop once and they couldn't repair it. So I took it home, I took it apart, and then I fixed it. I don't know how I fixed it.
Did you have extra parts?
I did have a few screws left over, but
Weight savings and aerodynamics.
That's normal for me. Oh, as a kid, I used to take everything apart. She'll come downstairs because she couldn't leave me unattended for long because I was just into everything. Yeah, I took the DVD player apart. She's like, "You're going to put it back together?" I'm like, "I don't know how to." But it's there. All the bits look very pretty on the floor.
It's amazing. Thank you for sharing that story.
No, I appreciate it. I love talking about Sanjay. I see out of work. I do what the arm says. I eat, sleep, repeat. E3D. I love what we do here and couldn't see myself anywhere other place other than here.
It is so nice here. I mean, it's a little quieter day. Obviously, it's the Monday after Smurf that we're filming this, so it's a much more quiet day.
Most people that worked at the weekend wouldn't be in for this week because they've been allowed to take the time off.
They worked their asses off over the weekend. So.
That was amazing.
Oh, it was so cool. We raised over $6,000 to shave my head.
That's great. Are you going to keep that like that, or are you going to take it all off?
We're gonna do this at least back when we get back to the States, but. Yep. Then I'm gonna have to change it a little bit, or they're just gonna think that I'm really weird in Florida because we live in Florida. So I mean, that's just regular Florida man things, you know.
Thing is, define normal.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. Well, thank you so much, man.
No worries, dude.
Seriously.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah.
You didn't get my best side. If I'd have sat like that.